What's going on, real estate friends? Reed Schweizer from Estero Developments coming to you from beautiful Southwest Florida. Hey, before we get started here, if you want to know more about real estate in Southwest Florida, smash that like button and subscribe to this channel because I put out some content usually once or twice a week, which talks about real estate investment in Southwest Florida. And, there's a good chance that I can help you out. We do mostly new construction, but there's a lot of ways that we can talk about different avenues to help you build your portfolio. So today we're going to talk about a topic. Right now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. And one of the biggest things is, we're talking about interest rates. We're talking about what's going on in the world. We're kind of post-hurricane here in Southwest Florida. So there's a lot of topics to cover. I'm going to try to do all this in like 5 minutes. So the title of this video is going to be Waiting for Interest Rates to Drop is a Bad Idea. Now, that may sound counterintuitive as a real estate investor. Like we all want to get stuff locked in at a low interest rate. And right now, interest rates kind of suck comparatively. Now, if you look at a 30-year average, interest rates are pretty good right now. But, if we compare it to the last 2 or 3 years, they're higher. So in this video, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about year-over-year pricing in our market here in Southwest Florida. We're going to do kind of a general market overview. We're going to talk about why builders and developers are absolutely crushing it right now. And we're going to talk about where the experts think rates are going. Now, let me just preface that by saying, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. If I had a crystal ball, I'd be a professional sports gambler and I would just be going to baseball and football games all the time. So I don't have that. So I'm going to share my screen with you and share just a little bit of information with you. All right. So this is year-over-year statistics. And why are we doing year-over-year, not month-over-month? Because Florida is a year-over-year market. Other markets you could look at monthly trends. We don't do that in Florida because we're very cyclical and the same patterns tend to repeat themselves over and over again. So first, let's look at some things that may look negative, but they're really not negative. Let's look at median sales price, down 1.2%. Well, that sucks, right? So we've on average on residential single family homes, and I used, you can see the data here. I used Cape Coral and Lehigh Acres. The reason why I use them is those are the markets that we build in, and they're also very similar to Port Charlotte and Northport, where we also build a lot of houses, and those markets are very similar. The Charlotte County and Sarasota County MLS does not give me data tools as good as the Lee County MLS, so I'm using this as kind of a general overview. But the stats are very similar. So anyway, let's get back to this. Median sales price down 1.2%. If you think about everything that's happened in the last year, interest rates, we got jacked by a massive hurricane and all the whatever's going on in Washington, hurricane, tornado, I don't even know what's going on there. You would think that we'd be down a heck of a lot more than that. I mean, hell, there's markets around the country that are down 5, 10, 15, 20%. Not us. Epicenter of the biggest hurricane in ages, we're down 1.2%. And that might even be kind of a false number because think about the number of storm damaged homes that have gotten sold in the last 11 months since the hurricane. A lot of these homes, were completely gutted. So that 1.2%, I don't even know if I believe that number. Okay, here's a number that you have to believe. Closed sales down 14%. Oh my God, that's terrible, right? Active inventory is down 12%. There's not as much to buy. Why is active inventory down 12%, guys? Because people that have 3% mortgages are not selling their houses. They're not going to trade a 3% mortgage for a 7% mortgage. Look at this over here. New listings down 23.5%, which means the inventory crunch is only going to get tighter. It's going to get worse in terms of inventory. It's not going to get better. That's why builders and developers are crushing it right now because we're the only game in town. People are still moving to Southwest Florida. People are still renting homes, buying homes in Southwest Florida. They're buying it from us, the builders. Look at this days on market. This number looks really ugly. Up 141%. Guys, days on market is 29%, or 29 days. 29 days, average days on market for a house in Southwest Florida, in Cape Coral, in Lehigh Acres. All right, 29 days on market. It was 12 days on market a year ago. Okay, these numbers are sick. They're ridiculous. It's unbelievable. So let's expand a little bit further on that. Why are new builds crushing it? Mostly because we're the only game in town. If you look at this, this is from Redfin. I know a lot of you guys like Redfin. New builds make up 1/3 of the houses on the market nationally. I would say that number in Southwest Florida is probably higher. I would say it's probably 40 or 50%. My good friend Jeff could probably drop this in Excel and figure that out for us. And if you really want that information, I'll get it from him. So shoot me a message if you want that information. But I would say new builds on the market right now in Southwest Florida have to be 40, 45%. Jeff, if you see this, find that info for me, please, sir. I owe you a beer. So that's kind of what's going on. Look at the way that new builds have continuously gone up. We still have a massive housing shortage here in Southwest Florida. So I think that number is probably going to continue. And then there's the $1 million question. What are interest rates going to do? I just went to Yahoo because it's pretty generic here. And they cited a lot of different sources: Mortgage Bankers Association, Morningstar, Goldman Sachs, NAR, Moody's, Morgan Stanley, all the criminals that make up the Fed and the lending institutions. But they all agree that in 2024, 2025, they differ on where they think rates, how far down they're going to go. Some say as low as like 4%. The average seems to be like mid-4s to high-4s, maybe 5%. But we're going to see significant interest rate drops, according to these sources, in the next 12 to 24 months. So let's get back to the original topic. Waiting for rates to drop is a bad idea. Why? Well, hey, Reed, I'll just wait 2 years and I'll buy a house at a lower interest rate. Guys, when rates drop, prices are going to skyrocket here in Southwest Florida. The houses that I'm selling for $350 to $400 right now, when rates drop to 5%, prices have to go up because demand will go up. The funds will start buying hot and heavy. The funds are still buying right now. They're not buying as hot and heavy as they were a year or two ago, but the funds will come in and they'll take all my inventory. So what you should do right now is you need to be picking up rental properties in Southwest Florida right now, single family, duplex, whatever it may be. You need to grab them right now because you're getting them at a discount. You're getting them on sale right now. So what I would do is give me a call. You know where to find me. 239-229-5948 is my cell. FloridaRealtorX@gmail.com. Reach out to me. We'll talk to you about the inventory that we have under construction right now. I've got homes. I've got a handful of them that'll be done in a couple of weeks. I've got some that'll be done in 30 days, 45 days, 60 days. If you've got a 1031 exchange, that's freaking fantastic. We can work with you too. We do it all the time. So once again, guys, thanks. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, like, smash everything. I'm not super tech savvy, so hopefully this came out good. Once again, I appreciate y'all. Thanks.